Okay, so I got a couple more pickups here to show you. You can see a couple of them here. But first I'll show you this one. And this is Knights of Valour Superheroes Plus. There's the cartridge for it. It's a ES stick hooked up to the CPGM, the consoleized PGM. Yeah, I really love the Knights of Valour series. It's an awesome beat-em-up series, perhaps a little-known one, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's just a great series. And it's kind of confusing, there were 4 iterations of the first one. There was Knights of Valour, Knights of Valour Plus, Knights of Valour Superheroes, and Knights of Valour Superheroes Plus, which is this one. And this is kind of like the best version of the first Knights of Valour game, so I was pretty happy to find this one. This card is all in Chinese. Some of my PGM carts are like the Korean region. I've got some of them that are like in the original Taiwanese region. And but yeah, the English language ones seem to be kind of tough to find. I've never seen one of those for sale. Don't have any of those in my PGM collection. Demo for it's pretty cool. Just some awesome graphics, sprites. The animations of the characters are really detailed. And I haven't really had a chance to play this one yet, but I think kind of like in Demon Front, where if you get a high score, when you beat the game, it'll give you a password that you can enter into the PGM website, and it'll kind of like put your score up there on the leaderboards worldwide. So I've got a couple of Demon Front scores up on that thing. I still need to do a video for Demon Front, some gameplay, and kind of show you that high scores table and the way it works, because it is pretty interesting. Yeah, pretty cool. Knights of Valour Superheroes Plus. A new PGM or rather MVS cart. This one is Stakes Winner, the horse racing game. Was the first one. There was a sequel for it that was I don't know. From what I've seen of that one, it's less arcadey. There are kind of like more options in it. You can kind of like do a bunch of training things in between races to sort of build up your horse's statistics. But like I kind of prefer how this one works. It's kind of like pretty simplistic, just horse racing. And you know, there were only 3 car racing games for the Neo Geos, so it's pretty cool to have the horse racing game. I guess only 5 real racing games for the system if you count the 3 car racers and the 2 horse racing games. Actually, there was a 3rd horse racing game as well, but it was kind of weird. It wasn't one that you could play. It was like you would just watch the horses race and bet on it. But look at those. It's just pretty neat. Kind of a different type of game. I really love the sound in it too. It's got some cool music, and you gotta love the animations of those cartoony-looking horses. Pretty awesome. But yeah, here's kind of like the main pickup, another rare game. You can see right here, it is a CPS1 game, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. And yeah, as you know, like the CPS1 boards, they weren't housed in these protective plastic casings like this, but kind of like in between CPS and CPS2, they did release 5, Capcom released 5 CPS Dash games, and that's what these are. They're kind of like the early, you know, precursor to the CPS2 games in these gray plastic cases, which are just awesome to have. And like the CPS2 boards, these ones also have those annoying suicide batteries. But a cool thing about this particular board is that there is kind of like a modification similar to Phoenixing. It's not called that for this, but the suicide batteries have been removed, so this one will run forever. No worries with the game board dying like that. Yeah, much like the Asterix Ward in the Armored Warriors game that I just picked up a couple of days ago. When I saw this one for sale, I was like, holy shit, man, this just must be my lucky week. 3 games that I've wanted for a real long time, and 3 rare games I've wanted, and you know, haven't been able to sniff any traces of them anywhere. Just kind of found them recently, so you know, some weeks are better than others, and this one's pretty good. Yeah, if you haven't played this, I'm sure many people remember playing this game at the arcades. It's just a really badass beat-em-up game. Personally, one of my favorite beat-em-up games. I really think it's one of the best ones ever created. Definitely in my top 10. I know I've got like just a literal shit ton of beat-em-ups, and quite a few of them I really do enjoy, but I would definitely have to put this one up near the top of the list for me. Got a cool demo intro too. Running on the Vega Jr. And here are the characters you can select from. There's Jack, Hannah, and Mustafa. We have Mes Obradovich. Yeah, this one was, as you can see here, originally an American comic book, and yeah, Capcom decided to make a really awesome beat-em-up for it, so I'm really thankful that they did. It just plays really smoothly. The control of the characters, I mean, it's pretty basic, like, you know, you've got a jump, attack, and then, you know, when you hit those 2 buttons together, you can do kind of like a super attack, kind of like a Streets of Rage 2 type thing. Many other games use that as well. And when you use that super attack, it will slightly deplete your energy bar, which is only fair, I suppose. And another cool thing about this one is there are a ton of different items that, you know, when you break open barrels and, you know, get power-ups, things like that. Many different, like, grenade-type weapons and pistols and sort of like automatic firing weapons you can pick up, which it's just really fun. And then once you run out of bullets with them, you can just kind of like chuck them at the enemy, hit them in the face. Pretty cool. Stakes winner again. Love the intro music for it, it's really cool. Yeah, just to look at 3 new games here, and you know, these 2 are pretty awesome to have, but this super rare board, CPS dash board, is just way more than you know, awesome can even describe having this one. You know, if you do have a way to play arcade boards, definitely look for it. It might take you a while to locate. You just kind of have to get lucky, I suppose, sometimes. But if also, you know, you could test it out in MAME just to see, you know, what you think of it. I'm pretty sure you'll love the game because it's just, like I mentioned several times already, just a fantastic beat 'em up. anyway, yeah, just 3 cool pickups. One pretty rare one. Thought some people might find it kind of interesting to see an actual CP system dashboard. You don't see them every day, especially for this game. The coolest one, there were 5 of these released. There was like a Chinese themed beat 'em up. I can't remember what it's called. 2 wrestling games, and also the Punisher beat 'em up. I think it's a Tenchio Corral, the kind of like the Chinese themed beat 'em up I'm thinking of, but I could be mistaken. Yeah, of the 5 CPS Dash games, this one's probably definitely the hardest one to find of those, and also just in terms of gameplay, just the best game that was released for the CP System Dash. Yeah, I'm rambling a little bit, but yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.